Up next, Phil Segal from Spruverse. Well, hey guys, and welcome back to another Interested Modeler. I have one more interview here to share with you from Wonderfest 2023. This is with Phil Segal. Phil is a modeler I met last year at Wonderfest. Found him to be someone with a lot of energy and a lot of fun to talk with, so I thought it'd be great to have him here on the channel. Phil is a former Hollywood producer. He had quite a long career there in Hollywood, and after retiring, he decided to start a channel called Spruverse. Let's go ahead and catch up with Phil Segal. Okay guys, we are here now with Phil Segal from Spruverse. Thank you for being on.
Thank you for having me. It's such an honor. I'm a huge fan.
Well, thank you very much.
You're so kind to ask me. No, I want to interview you.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. I'll definitely return the favor.
Okay, thank you.
Well, tell me a little bit about, first of all, have you always been a sci-fi fan?
I have, my whole life. Yeah, my mother was a voracious reader, and she turned me on to reading at a very early age. But it wasn't science fiction more than it was fantasy, I suppose, because it was Jules Verne.
Okay.
It wasn't Asimov.
Yes, right.
So just a complete fantasy nut.
Yeah.
And of course, I grew up as an Irwin Allen fan. So, the first 10 years of my life were in England, and then we moved to California when I was 10. So, to be in the world of Irwin Allen was just heaven.
I imagine. Yeah. So eventually all this led to you being a successful producer in Hollywood then. What kind of projects were you involved in there?
Well, not in any certain term order, I suppose, but in '96 I brought Doctor Who back.
Oh, okay.
So that was my film. It took me 7 years to get the rights, and I wrote a book about it called Doctor Who Regeneration. You can get it on Amazon.
Very good.
And then, I did all kinds of things. I mean, I was involved, I did Twin Peaks for ABC.
Oh, you did? Wow.
I did, the original series.
Fantastic.
And of course, I worked for Spielberg for 6 years. I ran his television company.
Wow.
So I did Sequest, and I did Earth 2. But I had also been involved in things like Earth Final Conflict, Andromeda, Beastmaster.
Wow.
I directed all of those, and I was head of production for Tribune for years. But anyway, I don't want to.
Yeah, of course. So that's fantastic. He's got incredible stories, by the way. Tell me what prompted you to start your channel.
So I started building models when I was 8 years old, and most of the time it was I couldn't find kits that I wanted.
Yes.
So I was one of these kit bashing guys. I would go to the local store. I'd get my mom to buy me one or two airplane kits a month.
Yeah.
And I'd save them up, and then I'd glue the parts onto a tube or something, and I'd make spaceships. I've never made an airplane. I never make an airplane. I made spaceships.
Right.
But when of course you have a career, you're younger, you get married, you have kids, you have a life, and it's like, and then at some point you sort of gravitate back.
Yes.
But over the years, once in a while, I would build something, and I would put it up, and we'd move around, or I was, busy, and people would go, God, I really like that.
Yeah.
I really like that, and I go, have it.
Yeah.
Take it. I was really on it.
Yeah.
But later on in life, you think to yourself, where's my collection?
Yes.
I've given it all away, or they've broken over the years, and all this stuff. So I thought, I'm going to start again, and I'm building things that people built 10 years ago. They're rolling their eyes and going, oh, well, that's no. Yeah. But for me, it's exciting because it's something that I wanted to have back in my collection, right?
Yeah.
So my wife said to me, she said, well, you should record this for posterity. Maybe your grandkids will like it. You should have it because you spend so much time out there building and doing things. And so I just sort of started recording it, and it was literally my son who said to me, you should start your own YouTube channel. I said, I don't want to. No, what is that? Well, it's just a place to really store your stuff. And I go, okay. So that's really how it started.
Oh, that's fantastic.
It was just about chronicling my builds. I had no idea that there were people who actually were interested.
Yeah. And that's what I love about your channel is because this passion definitely shows through.
Oh, well, thank you.
I think that's what makes them fun to watch.
Well, I'm a mediocre modeler at best. No, I genuinely am. And I don't say that to be flip. I come to my shop every day wanting to learn something.
Sure, yeah.
And it's from people actually like you, who, you know, you have patience and you have the ability to show us what you're doing step by step. That's where I'm learning my techniques from. But my biggest agenda is to get people building.
Yes.
I have so many people who are friends or write to me and say, oh, you know, I've got this kit, I've got that kit. If only I had the time. I go, hey, do you have 10 minutes? Yeah, you got time. Open it up. I don't care what you do. I don't care if you just cut something off a sprue. Because I know how important it is to me to feel good. And it feels good to be able to play and to have a few minutes for yourself.
It's all about making the time.
It is. But I want everybody to build.
Of course. So can you tell me what's been your most challenging build so far?
Well, it's this darn 1/350 reef that I'm rebuilding again.
Well, I give you a lot of credit for that. Mine's, you know, his video starts off, if you got this in your garage, you need to take it out. And mine's still sitting there.
I know. And as was mine for 10 years.
Right.
You know, and I would go and I'd think, okay, what am I building this week? And I'd look at it and I go, no. I can't do it. It was literally like, I don't know how. And so one day I got so sick of myself, I said, you know what, if I don't make an effort, I'm never going to do it. So I started to build it on the channel. But, you know, and Lou was kind enough to come out and spend a week with me and show me how to abstract the thing. And that was a lot of fun. But at the end of the build, you know, my stand snapped and my bass snapped.
Oh boy.
So it was like, okay. And then I started literally, I started writing down everything that was wrong with it. I'm looking at this model and going, well, that sucks. That doesn't work. That's terrible. You know, from 3 feet. That's embarrassing. So I'm writing it down.
Kind of critiquing yourself.
Critiquing myself and saying, you know, I know how to do that and I know what to do now. So I just decided, you know what? Rather than try to fix that bass, I'm going to start again. So that's been my challenging bit. But the thing I'm most proud of is my orca. The orca, it's a Bill Wieger sculpt. I found it here a few years ago. I fell in love with the thing, and I'm just so proud of it.
That's awesome. Well, speaking of Wonderfest, what do you like most about Wonderfest?
Well, I love meeting all my fellow modelers and hanging with my friends. That's the most awesome thing. But the ridiculous amount of passion and skill that is in the model room.
It shows through.
I leave here and I'm excited again. It re-energizes me for another year. Because it's ridiculous. And it is I think it's the most concentrated group of vendors you'll see anywhere in the country in one place. And you know, I have a list of online stores that I go to and places I know to look for things. But when it's all in front of you like this, you know, it's kind of like you're a kid in a candy store.
Absolutely.
And then, of course, you know, they do a lovely job with all of the different sideshows, you know, the show and tells and the people you can meet and things like that. It's a really great weekend. And you can spend 2 days here.
Absolutely. Well, this is Phil again from Spruverse. If you're not familiar with this channel, I will place the link below. And speaking of Wonderfest, I can say that certainly at top of my list is meeting people, meeting new people. And ever since I got to know this guy, it's been a true pleasure to get to know
I'm
you.
really honored. I'm really honored.
Thank you.
I'm a big fan of your channel. I was watching you long before I existed. You are awesome.
I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks for spending the time.
All right. Anytime.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that video. It certainly was a lot of fun talking with Phil. As you can see, he's someone who has a lot of energy and just a great conversationalist. I do want to apologize for the sound quality. Unfortunately, I just don't have the best microphone. I do promise to get one by the next time. You know, doing these interviews is something I've come to really enjoy, and hopefully you're finding them of great interest. And it's something that's different than other people are doing with their videos. But it's something I didn't have. It just kind of came to mind doing this as I started to attend the show, and that's such a large gathering, and it's a great opportunity to get in touch with some of these individuals there. I just ended up grabbing whatever microphone I had here on hand and just haven't replaced it. But definitely would get around to that by the next show. And the last thing I wanted to mention here is, as I was editing the video, there's one statement that Phil made that kind of stuck with me, and that was when he said, I know how important it is for me to feel good. And he was, of course, talking about how great he feels when he's building models and getting to that place. And isn't it great that we all have this hobby to get to that place too? Because I do think that is important, considering all the craziness and madness that surrounds us. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Coming up on the channel now will be my wrap-up of Wonderfest. I know I'm a bit late for all of this, but I just had to jump right back into work as soon as I got back. So I'm finally getting around to finishing that, and it should be on the channel in the next day or so. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.